First, the headlines. Amid public protest, grim discovery of 6 bodies in Barak River sparks fears over missing victims of Ziribam attack by suspected Kuki militants. IRED protesters storm residences of multiple MLAs in Imphal, set vehicles and properties ablaze as 6 bodies recovered from Barak River spark outrage over missing victims of Ziribam attack. Protests escalate across Imphal Valley as demonstrators block roads, burn tires and stage sit-ins, demanding government accountability over abductions and rising violence. Bodies of 10 suspected Kuki militants killed in encounter at Jirivang were handed over to Manipur police, bodies airlifted to Churachandpur. Indefinite curfew imposed in all the valley districts following a deteriorating law and order situation. Internet suspended for 2 days. Hello, this is Nishita Iringbam and you're watching ISCOM Prime News for this hour. Now let's see the news in details. Amid growing public protests demanding the safe return of 6 individuals, including 3 women and 3 children, who went missing following the September 11 attack by suspected Kuki militants at Jirivang, authorities are grappling with a grim discovery. Over the past 1 day, 6 bodies have been recovered from the Barak River, fueling fears that they may be the missing persons. The first 3 bodies were reportedly brought to Silchar Medical College and hospitals around 1 p.m. yesterday, while the remaining 3 were recovered during the early hours of this morning. Initial reports from security officials indicate that the bodies bear a striking resemblance to the missing individuals, both in terms of physical build and other identifiable characteristics. However, no official identification has been made as of yet, and family members of the missing persons have not come forward to claim the bodies. Until a formal identification process is completed, authorities are unable to confirm whether these bodies belong to the 6 individuals who have been missing since the attack. The situation remains tense, with local communities and protesters anxiously awaiting clarity on the identities of the deceased. In a related development, IRED protesters stormed the residences of several members of the Legislative Assembly in Imphal East and Imphal West districts, expressing their outrage over the ongoing crisis involving the abduction of 6 individuals by suspected Kuki militants. The discovery of 6 bodies in the aftermath of the recent attacks has further fueled public anger, with many accusing the government of inaction in securing the release of the missing persons. At Sagolban, the residence of Sagolban AC MLA RK Imo was targeted, with protesters setting fire to properties in his courtyard. Vehicles parked outside the residence of Pachoy MLA S. Kunja Keshor in Sagolban Tera were also set ablaze. The protesters demanding accountability and justice later moved on to the homes of other political leaders, including Khetrigao AC MLA Sikh Nur Hassan, Kaisamthong AC MLA S. Nishikanta, Uripog AC MLA T.H. Ragumani, Nauria Pakhangba MLA, AC MLA S. Kebi, Langthabal MLA Karam Shyam, Wangoi MLA Loken and Kurai AC MLA and Minister S. Sushindro, among others MLAs. The demonstrators, primarily driven by frustration over the lack of progress in resolving the abductions, gathered outside the residences of these MLAs. Some protesters called for the resignation of the MLAs, accusing them of failing in their duty as representatives of the people amid the ongoing crisis. The unrest highlights the growing dissatisfaction among the public over the handling of the security situation and the perceived failure of authorities to address the escalating violence in the region. The government has yet to respond officially to the protesters. Following reports from both social media and mainstream outlets about the discovery of 6 bodies in the Barak River, protests erupted this morning at Khairamban Bazaar in Imphal, primarily led by women banders. The protests, which began, resulted in road blockades beneath the flyover bridge at the market. As demonstrations spread across various locations in Imphal Valley, security forces were deployed to maintain vigilance, particularly around the high security zones near the Chief Minister's bungalow and Ras Bhavan. Speaking to the media, President of the Khairamban Nupi Kaital Vendors Welfare Association, Laishram Mema, accused the central government of pursuing a hidden agenda regarding the situation. She expressed frustration over what she described as the failure of both the state and central governments to ensure the safety of the 6 individuals abducted by suspected Kuki militants. Mema suggested that the state's response to the ongoing crisis was inadequate and criticized the inaction of central forces, implying that militants were operating with impunity. Furthermore, she cautioned the legitimacy of Manipur's continued association with India, citing the ongoing unrest as evidence of the government's failure to protect its citizens.
Nungmay para maranda ngaka ne thore ising se pha ni ngayok chapu da thamba le dong dong phara ni haraga kuki ga ron be agenda leibra leiraga de khoi da khanghan bi ado di india ga khoi ga pulu bagi belu si kaino e khoi hana pulam de khoi iram da mi jati se khoi to khai na leiram ado moi ga khoi ga majari agreement ta yaw ba e khoi waron chin da hawjik ti darkar oire khoi phang kari kari haina gi se ado putho ga kana bai matam oire si ko question amakha ai khoi ga su tawari ba mi singa ai khoi gi yel homira foreigner ra hai ba se chap chana khoi da khanghan lo ba masu ki document ai khoi da leire foreigner ngakta ne hai ba se adu oraga di foreigner ge oi ba masam maming photo leire kari gi da makte ya bno crime sin ana na thon bno hai ba potu chi chang collect to ba man lai jare ado ai khoi huji phau ge na photo ke tangai phadar ga di press ta pitor kan moi mari ahum nimcha ki jeng ni paga mana ni policy program season narga violence thol da botan nai me to ri sia duga.
Protests continue to escalate across multiple locations in Imphal Valley today, with widespread demonstrations erupting in several districts and towns. Protesters blocked roads, set tires on fire, and staged sit-in protests, voicing their anger and frustration over the government's handling of the ongoing crisis. The protests were sparked by growing dissatisfaction with the government's response to the recent abductions and the perceived inaction in securing the release of the kidnapped individuals. Demonstrators called for stronger measures to protect the community and ensure the safety of civilians in the face of increasing violence and insecurity. The unrest saw no sign of abating, with protesters continuing to demand accountability from the government and express their deep concern over the failure to address the crisis. As tensions rise, the situation remains volatile, with demonstrators pledging to intensify their actions until the demands are met. Chaos erupted at the Silchar Medical College and Hospital SMCH in Assam this morning over the handling of the bodies of individuals from Jiribam district, Manipur, who were killed in an encounter with the Central Reserve Police Force on November 11. The bodies of 10 militants who were gunned down by security forces in the class had been brought to the hospital for autopsy on November 14. Today, the bodies were officially handed over the Assam Rifles to the Manipur police. Reports indicated that a large group of Kuki and Mar protesters had gathered in front of the medical college, demanding the return of the bodies. As tensions rose, authorities refused to hand over the bodies to the protesters, leading to a violent confrontation. The protesters began pelting stones at the police personnel station to secure the hospital, prompting a standoff between the two sides. Kasar District Police Superintendent Numal Mahata later confirmed that the situation had been brought under control. He reassured the public that the violence witnessed in Jiribam would not be allowed to spread to the Barak Valley. An IPS officer from the Manipur police also provided an update stating that the bodies were being transported by truck to the Masimpur military base in Silchar. From there, they would be flown to Churachandpur by helicopter. Meanwhile, curfew has been imposed in all the valley districts, including the Imphal East, Imphal West, Thoubal and Bishnupur districts. Following a deteriorating law and order situation, the respective district magistrates issued orders stating that due to the current developments, the previous relaxation orders have been cancelled immediately. As a result, a total curfew has been enforced until further notice. However, exemptions have been granted for personnel engaged in essential services, including health workers, PHED staff, municipal employees, power sector workers, MSPCL, MSPDCL, petrol pump attendants, court officials, flight passengers, and media personnel. The government of Manipur has ordered a 2-day suspension of internet and mobile data services in several districts, including Imphal West, Imphal East, Bishnupur, Thoubal, Kakching, Kangpokpi, and Churachandpur, starting from 5:15 p.m. today, except for those leased lines and FTTH connections to government offices or any case whereby the state government grants exemption. This decision was made in response to concerns over the potential misuse of social media by anti-social elements to spread inflammatory content, hate speech, and false rumors, which could escalate tensions and disrupt public order. The suspension will last for 2 days and cover services such as broadband, mobile data, and visage, with exceptions for government offices and specific cases authorized by the state. The order aims to prevent potential violence and damage to public and private property. The government has warned that any violations of this directive could result in legal action. The announcement was made by Chief Secretary Dr. Binit Joshi under the provision of the Temporary Suspension of Telecom Services Rules 2017. The Ziri United Committee JUC has strongly condemned the alleged killing of 2 women and 2 children among the 6 individuals reported missing after the November 11 attack by suspected Kuki militants. Despite repeated calls for their safe release, during a press conference held at the JIMPAL office, the JUC's convener H. Priyananda expressed deep anguish over the reported crimes, particularly the involvement of women and children. Priyananda emphasized the need for legal action against the perpetrators, whom the committee has labeled as Kuki Marjo terrorists. He further stated that the JUC would escalate each agitation, which would go beyond the 24-hour ban previously called, in response to the attack.
Ziri United Committee JUC-na Jiribam district asigi Barak Circle da khagi haukiba November tang 13 da Kuki Jo Mar khagi militant singna ꯐꯥꯖꯤꯟꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯥꯏꯕꯛ ꯊꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛꯇ ꯐꯥꯖꯤꯟꯕꯤꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯨꯄꯤ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡ ꯌꯥꯎꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯅꯔ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯅ ꯒꯦꯡ ꯔꯦꯞ ꯇꯧꯔꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯅ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯥꯠꯇꯣꯛꯄꯤꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯥꯠꯇꯣꯛꯄꯤꯔꯒ ꯊꯥꯗꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯡ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯖꯤꯔꯤꯕꯥꯝꯒꯤ ꯒꯤꯜꯗꯔ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯪꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯅꯥꯔꯥꯗꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯪꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯂꯥꯏ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯩꯇꯩꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏ ꯈꯨꯔꯨꯝꯕ ꯆꯠꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯑꯁꯤꯃꯛꯇꯗ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ ꯑꯅꯤ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯪꯕ ꯗꯦꯗ ꯕꯣꯗꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯐꯪꯈꯤꯕ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯇꯝꯊꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯑꯣꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯖꯦꯜꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯏꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯖꯦꯜꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ
A day after Manipur Police DGP Razib Singh issued a transfer order for Jiribam Police Station officer in charge Sagabam Ibotombi to the Manipur Police Training College MPTC in Pangai, Ibotombi has submitted a voluntary resignation letter to the Superintendent of Police SP of Jiribam, officially stepping down from his position. Ibotombi, a seasoned official who joined the Manipur Police in 2007 as an assistant sub-inspector, has had a distinguished career, earning several accolades for his service. He is a recipient of the President's Gallantry Medal and the DGP's Good Service Medal, among other honors, in recognition of his dedication and contribution to the force. The Bisnupur District Village Defense Force VDF Welfare Association has extended financial assistance to the families of two late VDF personnel, Takhelambam Tompok Singh and Oinam Ramchandra Singh, under the supervision of Bisnupur SP Ketrimem Ravi Kumar and the chairman of the VDF Welfare Committee, Additional SP Yumnam Premzit. The association donated a sum of 1,50,000 rupees to each of the bereaved families. The donation aims to provide some support to the families in the wake of the loss of the two BDF personnel who had served in the district. The Lions Club of Imphal, in collaboration with Tidim Road Athletic Union and supported by CECIL Diagnostic Laboratory, today organized a diabetes detection and awareness camp at the TRAU office in Kwakaital Bazaar. Lion Dr. A. Maina Singh gave an awareness lecture highlighting diabetes as one of the Lions International's key trust projects. He outlined the camp's three main objectives: raising awareness on diabetes prevention, offering detection services, and promoting treatment. Manipuri singer K. Bovin also attended, encouraging participants to get screened. Lions Club of Imphal President Lion O. Ranjit said that the camp is part of Lions International MD 322's annual observance of World Diabetes Day. He also released a diabetes awareness pamphlet. Once again, the headlines. Amid public protest, grim discovery of 6 bodies in Barak River sparks fear over missing victims of Jiribam attack by suspected Kuki militants. IRED protesters stormed residences of multiple MLAs in Imphal, set vehicles and properties ablaze as 6 bodies recovered from Barak River sparked outrage over missing victims of Jiribam attack. Protests escalated across Imphal Valley as demonstrators blocked roads, burned tires and staged sit-ins, demanding government accountability over abductions and rising violence. Bodies of 10 suspected Kuki militants killed in an encounter at Jiribam were handed over to Manipur police. Bodies airlifted to Churachandpur. Indefinite curfew imposed in all the valley districts following a deteriorating law and order situation. Internet suspended for 2 days. Thank you for watching ISCOM News. Keep watching ISCOM News for more news and updates.